What's good with y'all? It is me, DeliFB. What's up with y'all? So I don't know if you guys remember, but in my past video, I showed you guys how to work on your builds and make them awesome, you know, and how to make your drops sound more awesome with your builds. And a lot of you guys were like, damn, bro, that track sound fire, though. I don't care about no builds. I care about the track, bro. Send me the FLP. And I was like, nah, bro, because I'm going to make a video on it. Just wait and see. And so they were like, nah, bro, I just want the FLP. I don't want to wait and see, bro, because I just need it now, man. Matter of fact, I got to go pee. And so I was like, damn, bro. Man, that sucks. Hey, but there's a tree over there, you know. Idiot. So this video is gonna be showing you guys how I made this awesome feature based track, and it sounds super awesome. And I'm gonna show you guys the in-depth of how I made it, and let's observe every single moment of it. All right then, peace out. Good looks. Alright then, so this is the project. As you can see, I got creative at the end. And just did a kind of cool different kind of beat. And yeah, so let's just start on the intro. So this is the introduction of the track, which is the guitar. So the way I recorded my guitar is I have a Fender Mustang amp, I believe. Is it the Mustang? Yeah. And that it allows you to USB connect it to your computer. So I just connected a dry signal. I added some reverb to that. I put the low cut up a bit, add the reverb up to 43%. I lowered the dry a little bit. No pre-delay. The room size set to 100 so it sounds more full. And yeah, and after the reverb, I decided to put an EQ because I did notice it was having a lot of kind of bass. So I cut that out and added a bit more high mid sections to it. So then the Maximus, I added a compressor. That's it. Just like did that kind of tension thing, whatever. And so this is how it sounds like fully wet. So that's how it sounds. And yeah, so just for the intro, in case you haven't noticed, I only have the guitar. That's all I have. I added the vocals now. And yeah, so this is the vocals that I'm using. It's by Cara, and it's on her sample pack on Splice. It's called Cara Vocal Samples, I believe. And this is the one of her saying, I can take your pain away. Let's take a listen to it fully dry.
I can take your pain away. I can take it. I can take it. I can take your pain away from you.
So what you're hearing right now is some reverb that looks like this. I set the decay to 1.7, have the dry 100, and I have the reverb to 24% so that it's subtle in the background. I also EQ'd the vocals. I just cut the mid ends to like 354 frequencies. And yeah, so the vocals are pitched down because originally it's in A minor, but this track is in E minor. So I just pitched it down so that it would match in E minor. This is how it sounds like normally.
I can take your pain away. I can take it.
But I just pitched it down. Good looks. And yeah, so to add some energy, I added an impact right here. Just an impact so that it can transition to the build-up. And yeah, and I have some automation here. So that's basically just 3 things on the thing. And now go to the build-up. So yeah, so like I said, I got the impact to bring that energy. I also have some risers here, just like how I went over through in my recent build video. Because I did make a video on how I made this build from scratch, which helps a lot in building energies for your songs. If you haven't checked that out, feel free to check it out. And yeah, so I added this sonido analog, which is just like some analog chords I made. Like that. What I have running on it is some reverb with some low cut and a very subtle. It's very subtle. And this is how I EQ'd. I just cut off the low ends on the sonido analog. And yeah, in case you guys haven't noticed, I'm working on a Serum pack that all of you guys can check out for your tracks in the future. So stay tuned for that. It's gonna have some super dope Serum presets. And yeah, so yeah, I just added that on top of the guitar. I added some drums, the snares. I added the vocals as well. And some automation. What I'm automating is the elements, which is the guitars and the things, and I'm automating like the pan, the reverb and everything. So this is how it sounds.
I can take your pain away. I can take it. I can take it. I can take your pain away from me.
So yeah, so that's what's going on behind the scenes to get you guys that awesome sounds. And yeah, so now let's go on to the awesome part. Which alright then, so for this drop, I don't even have that much going on as well. This is the chords that I'm using. I'm using 2 Serums. So basically I add this one to kind of feel like the presence of it, you know? And then this one to feel kind of like the body, to add body to that. So I have them running on track 1 and 2. I don't really have that much effects. I have a sound, what I do have is a sound goodizer. And I do have it EQ'd a little bit. Good looks. And Serum, what I have on this one, I just cut off the lows a bit. And yeah, and so I have both my chords running on a bus, which is the LFO, which is where all the magic happens. I'll get to there in a minute. And yeah, so I just have some reverb going on so that I feel some space, some Maximus. What even is on here? Why do I even have this? But yeah, so this is the EQ. I kind of rolled off the lows, I mean the highs, so that it doesn't sound too harsh on the ears. And yeah, so those are my chords. Now to the bass. So that's the bass I'm using, which is a Serum patch that I created. It's just a sine wave, some distortion on it. And I also have a little bit of decay so that it can emulate that 808 kind of sound. And yeah, so that's it for the bass. The effects wise, I just have a limiter on it to sidechain it. I'm having 2 sidechain tracks, one for like the main instruments, and I have another one for the bass, so that the bass has kind of like a different sidechain, because I don't want the bass to be sidechain as powerful as the one on the bus. I added some low mids as well, so you can hear the overtones and be able to hear it more on small devices, and some basses too, some sub frequencies. And yeah, that's basically it for the patches. Alright, but it doesn't sound the same without the LFO magic. So this is the LFO magic that I have on my chord buses. I'm only LFOing the chords, nothing else. The bass, nope, it's just the chords. And so this is the LFO 2 I have. And yeah, so I automated the rate so that sometimes it would go 1/8. And then that it sometimes goes to 1/4. The way I automated the rate is I just went to multi-link to controllers. I moved the rate. Then you would right click, then create automation clip. And yeah, so I just created that pattern. I went through trial and error, stuff like that, and I came up with this, and I like it. So yeah, so on top of that, I have my drums and my snares and my impact. So this is what's working on behind the scenes. So yeah, so I have, like I said, I have the bass running a different sidechain. So it's much lighter than the sidechain that's going on here. So that's pretty much it for the drop for the drums wise. And here comes the magic gold right here. This is the gold, bruh. The vocal chops. Let's take a listen to this. So this is how I created this effect. So this is my vocal chop channel, and here's how it sounds without the effects. Are you ready? Crazy, yep. So what I did to achieve this effect is I turned on my effects, and I added some distortion to that. I added some fruity fast disc. I set the pre to half, the threshold all the way high and all the way high. Now I added some reverb to that. So basically you just turn the dry all the way down to get that roomy size, and turn the reverb all the way up, and set the decay all the way down to 0.1 seconds. So that's how it sounds, kind of like that roomy kind of sound. And the distortion really gives it that more kind of punch. You can also mess with adding distortion after. It also sounds good. I just put it before. Here's the EQ. Because it was kind of lacking on that high. So that's what I did. I added some highs and I EQ'd the lows at around 246 frequencies. And I added a Maximus to that. which is right here. Good looks. Kind of like to compress it, you know, make sure it's not going over the limits. And there you go. So that's it for the effects. The way I also got this kind of pitch is not by getting the normal sample and pitching it up. It's called format shifting. So I'm gonna show you a quick way on how I did it. I'm thinking of making a full video on it because format shifting, honestly, is a super dope topic on its own. And yeah, so the way I did it, I went to Edison. I clicked Alt-T for time stretcher and pitch shifter, and you go down here to format preservation and you mess with the factor course. So this is the factor course to get that low, and this is high. There's so many cool stuff you can do with format shifting. Now for the second half of the drop is the same exact progression, but it's just pitched low, which also sounds super dope. And there you go. And so right here, I kind of just messed around to give it some more fun. Hey, that sounds dope. That sounds dope on its own. Hold on, let me make something. Let me make something real quick. Hold on. That's clean. Hey, that was honestly hella cool. All right then, my bad. Back on track. So this is the track. So that's basically it. Obviously with the risers. And this little thing is basically just the chords. Added some reverb and reverse. You know that trick, right? Y'all know that trick. If you're a producer that doesn't know that trick, what are you doing with your producing career? Go learn that trick. It's super awesome. Nah, just for real though. So it's basically, I just recorded a sample of this chorus, added some reverb to give it that tail. So it's like, duh. Then you reverse it. So it goes, there you go. And yeah. Alright, if you're wondering how the heck I was able to stop the LFO, is I just turned off the mix. Now for the second half of the drop, this is the only thing I did with the kick. Just change the pattern to 4 on the floor. There you go. And I also changed the chords a bit. I just added some more notes to add some more pizzazz to it. Let's take a listen. And yeah, so that's how it sounds like with the 4 on the floor and everything. And yeah, that's it for the track. Mixer wise, this is what I have on my kick. I made the kick fully mono because the kick sample is stereo. Yeah, so for my chords, I already went through that. Here's my impacts, which is just the EQ on the lows to make it more kind of white noisy. Here's what I have for my snares. It took me kind of like a while to get a good snare sound. So this is basically my snares, which is just a samples from my sample pack. And here's another snare sound like that. I just added some reverb to that, and I also kind of resonated that kind of frequency to complement that tone and the reverb with it. And here's the bus. I just have a Maximus on it, you know, to give it that kind of compressed sound. And yeah, that's it for my snare. Cause in future bass kind of tracks like this, you want kind of like a tonal reverby snare, which is really awesome. And yeah, so let me just look through automation wise. I'm not really automating that much. I'm just kind of automating some panomatics. This is the build elements, and also rolled off the instruments, you know, to make it sound cooler. And yeah, so this is what I have on my master. It's just a Maximus. I'm learning my mastering. I'm really bad at it, but I believe I use either the Clear Master or the Master 8, one of those two. I'm pretty sure it's the Clear Master because that's how it looks like. And yeah, so this is the track. I hope you guys learned from this. I hope you guys learned kind of how I work, my workflow, some Serum patch ideas. And yeah, I hope you guys were able to get how I made this track. It's really not that much, honestly. It's really not that much. So I hope I went in depth on this. I hope you guys learned some stuff or two. Give this video a like and some comments, and share this video with your producer friends. Be like, hey, bro, I just found a super dope video. Made my DeliFB. Check it out, G. All right, then, y'all. Take care. Have a good day. Peace out.